Well, some big changes on the horizon in the Supreme Court. 83-year-old Justice Stephen Breyer will reportedly announce he will retire at the end of the court's term in June.
Progressives have been pushing for this, looking to replace him with a liberal jurist, while Democrats still have control of the Senate and the White House. Fox's Lauren Blanchard has more on the Supreme bombshell and the reaction to it.
After months of will he or won't he speculation, Wednesday, word 83-year-old Justice Stephen Breyer will step down this summer. Absent an official announcement, President Biden not assuming anything.
Every justice has the right and opportunity to decide what he or she is going to do and announce it on their own.
A reliable liberal vote on the court since President Clinton appointed him in 1994. Breyer heard calls to retire as early as Barack Obama's presidency, but opted not to.
There is no question that Justice Breyer, for whom I have great respect, should retire at the end of this term. I mean, my goodness, have we not learned our lesson?
Breyer was overwhelmingly confirmed by the Senate 87-9, but the debate over his replacement expected to be much more heated.
That's the political environment. Now, you may disapprove of it, I may disapprove of it, and if enough people in the public want it to change or be modified one way or the other, it will be.
Democrats control the 50-50 Senate for now, but that could change after the midterm elections this fall.
If the Republicans take over Congress, take over the Senate in 2022, which is entirely possible, it's going to be harder for the Biden administration to get the nominee they want on the court.
And our thanks to Lauren Blanchard reporting there. Well, to a developing story, new questions for the future of the state's absentee ballot drop boxes. The Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty asked the state Supreme Court to shut them down.
That group filing an emergency appeal asking the court to act as quickly as possible. But as Jason Calvi tells us, voting is already underway for the February primary.
Absentee ballots are already in the mail. Wisconsin clerks this week sent them out.
Milwaukee's 15 absentee ballot drop boxes now ready. And in Richfield, it's back. 2.5 weeks after the village removed it. On January 13th, a Waukesha County judge ruled drop boxes broke Wisconsin law, which says of absentee ballots, the envelope shall be mailed by the elector or delivered in person to the municipal clerk. This Monday, the Wisconsin Appeals Court put that ruling on hold, thus reinstating drop boxes. Now, conservative law firm the Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty asks the Wisconsin Supreme Court to close them.
The question in this case is about whether elections will be conducted in accordance with state law.
The Wisconsin Election Commission stands by drop boxes. In 2020, the state housed more than 500.
To throw these methods into confusion at this moment just doesn't make practical sense for the voters.
Progressive group Law Forward defends the option.
At any change before the election would mean that we're changing the rules of the game, after it started. That's just not fair. And frankly, the Constitution and the Supreme Court says that it's against the law.
I just don't think there is a real risk of confusion. I don't think this will be hard to make a change mid-process.
The Wisconsin Supreme Court has not said if they'll hear the case, so right now these ballot drop boxes stay open. Jason Calvi, Fox 6 News.
Jason, thank you. The group fighting drop boxes tells the Supreme Court any ballots cast in the meantime should still count. Why we don't know if that court will actually hear the case. The Wisconsin Appeals Court does plan to weigh the merits of the issue after the February primary.